Quantum Tea Garden. This is brought to you by my herbal company, Herbalicious Bliss, which is a project of Earth Soul Ministries. We are a ministry of the soul. Some of what we do is interpersonal evaluation through strengths and virtues to enable people to have more clarity in the relationship that they hold of the different strengths and virtues, because everybody's going to have that difference, you know, in their own structure. Nobody's given that manual because it's what we learn, what we want to hold closer, and what they're connected to, right? And the tea that I make is herbal tea, non-caffeinated. And right now I have kava chai tea, which is good for people who are looking to expand their awareness. It's used in conjunction with the game, with some other activities that I host and do workshops with. And this is all a part of the Soul Spark Playground. So it's multi-layered as I am, you know, and we can peel back a layer at a time like an onion. And we're here to learn about your project down in Arizona, Janet. So please give a brief overview of what your plans are for your project and how you see it becoming a great hub for nomads across the country.
Number one, thank you. Thank you so much for offering this platform and this wonderful environment that you just put me in by I've never been on this platform before, so thank you so much. It's so healing and beautiful. So 3 years ago, I formed a group called Nomads Helping Nomads Network. I had an awakening a couple years before, and my vision was community helping community, always, in all ways. And I was running around helping people, and then I got a call and said, "Hey, can you help this lady?" And the short story is the best way for me to help her was to stop the foreclosure, and she lives on the property, and I get to help nomads with it now. So here at Luna Gaia, we're in Chambers, Arizona. It's 120 acres of varying landscapes, and I consider myself a rainbow people, in that the Hopi tradition, the Hopi prophecies prophesy that the rainbow people will bring all the nations back together. And my property is, or our property is, to the north and east is Navajo, to the northwest is Hopi, to the south is Apache, and to the southeast is Zuni. I've had all nations visit, all representatives of all nations. The tagline for Nomads Helping Nomads Network is, "We are all travelers on this road called life, and we can help each other achieve abundance." I always have to dance. So my definition of a nomad is we are all searching for that which fulfills us. And so this is a global effort, actually. I do have global people in several different countries. Our mission here at Luna Gaia is to provide a mutually beneficial, safe, fun community for nomads and seekers to learn, earn, teach, grow, build, volunteer, create, inspire, blend. We envision a global network of communities for nomads to utilize resources as they journey on their path. Our values are unity, safety, leadership, eligibility, self-sustaining, acceptance, and wabi-sabi. So one of the needs now not only is stability within each individual's unique experience, with the world politics and all the things that are going on right now. It's very important for us to form our own communities, and we can help each other. We currently have a greenhouse, some organic gardens, of course, some camping spaces. We have 4 30-amp services. There are 3 mobile homes on the property, one of which is a community house, which offers showers and laundry and community meals. And we have Starlink. We have all the resources that one would need for an artist, for a jewelry maker, for an herbalist. I continually get donations of things, so it's just a matter of people coming and utilizing the resources so that they can make extra money and become abundant on themselves, so they can have that freedom to think beyond the physical. And that's our true mission, is to raise the vibration, help to raise the vibration of our people and our community, and reach that which is ours.
Beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful and succinct. And what I will be doing and started doing, and you are invited to participate in this, this is a part of the tea garden experiences when we talk about our dreams and visions, and we put some information down. So you're coming in as a new participant, and you're bringing all of this vision to people and sharing that. And we look at, where you're at today, where you were at yesterday, what are the blocks from going forward that you are encountering. And then we go on to, all right, what are some of the suggestions other people can provide? There's always going to be better progress with more heads connecting and communicating together. Excuse me. So I just put a brief little title here for you with Luna Gaia and what you're doing today. And then I haven't put anything here about yesterday. We also have a live transcription, which you can pull from. Anything that you may have said that you want to put into the notes here. This enables you, when you come back, to be able to report on your progress and empower others and encourage others to do the same. This is all about peer-to-peer networking and support.
Beautiful.
So, with that being said, what are some of the blockers that you have been encountering?
I think that the thing that I recently overcome, which was the major blocker, was me being able to articulate my vision in a way that that can be brought to fruition. What I'm doing is out of the box with a private membership association where nothing is filed in the public domain. And this is new to people, and it's being done all over the world. It's not exclusive, and it's not anything new to a lot of people, but to the general public, it's not comfortable for them. And so now that I have everything in writing, and the lawful structure is in place, I am getting more and more wonderful contacts every day. People are joining. I think the technical, I'm not technically savvy at all. So that has been a blocker and an issue. I'm definitely needing help with that in a virtual way. I'm a visionary. I don't really see details. So it's challenging when I'm trying to create content or something like that. Then the vision is huge. I mean, there'll be a huge event center down on the lower 40, along with all the gardens, the buildings. I want little geodomes, little geodesic domes that were full of juniper trees, and you get inside these juniper trees and they just want to hug you. And so I want to make little tiny homes, and things like that. So basically, just all of it, the building materials, the labor, the machinery, the tech. We're just starting out. So I'm a disabled veteran on Social Security and on my disability. And so far, other than a few donations here and there and people coming to the property and working and leaving, I've been fully supporting it. And I really needed this structure to be in place so that I could feel with integrity that I was actually offering them something that they could feel safe with. And so there'll be 120 core member, and there's a suggested donation. And so far I've got 4 in the last week that are they want to come to the property first just to make sure before they hand over cash. But 4 definites, and then I've got some other donors. But I only owe 100,000 on the 120 acres. My hard expenses are around 2,000 a month. My the gas, the other expenses go up as people are here or not here. It is winter and it was a cold one, so not very many people came through. I was down in Quartzsite doing my thing with the nomads and marketing and making contacts and do what I do best, which is networking, and it worked. We do have a corporate entity that has already made an agreement for a project coming up soon in April. So the finances right now is just beginning to flow. The Tier 4 is a suggested donation of $3,333. And with that, you get to be a beneficiary of the trust. So if it ever gets dissolved, you'll be able to get that money plus whatever is in there more, back. If we
It was 300, right?
$3,333.
Okay.
So use the magic numbers.
Yep, because it's the power of 3. We use the triple ripple process in our games and activities. So looking at what the effect of an action is on ourselves, the effect of an action on our loved ones, family, close friends. And then also the community effect, bringing in those triple ripples and seeing how they can compound in a quantum way.
Beautiful.
So this powerful numbers, that's right.
So that is only to bring the property down to zero, so we don't owe anything on it. And then to that I budgeted for, that'll take care of fencing, road work, water catchment systems, just the basics. When you have that, when you buy into that that tier, you also are allowed to have a minimum of a 1/4 acre with the easement around it and everything to do what you want on that. And since I'm catering to nomads, most nomads want just a RV pad or maybe a tiny home, but the topography of the land, you could put a hobbit home. I am a graduate of the Earthship Biotecture Academy, and so I can have a class here, and the students will come and build the Earthship. So there's many available options for people, and there's a process, a vetting process, and before you can, receive that easement where you can build, and you can use it as your address, a permanent domicile address. And hopefully there'll be some mailing, people that want to do, different services for travelers. We are in negotiations for ongoing classes for nomads, for people who live in homes on wheels, and that kind of thing. So currently we have a lot of resources, physical resources. We've got lumber, we've got solar, we've got a building that we tore down, so we're utilizing it, for materials. Pallets, I can get all the free pallets I can carry. And then we're just going to let people build what they want, basically, with approval.
So you don't have zoning restrictions. There are no zoning restrictions.
We're zoned agricultural, and currently I can have 12 rigs on property, meaning 12 rigs where people spend the night, they live in them or whatever. Then I've got 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 buildings. I can have 8 more buildings, permanent structures. That's what it is currently, and I am investigating how that private membership association is going to affect what I can and can't do. It's agricultural, so I've got to be able to house the workers that are taking care of the animals and creating the gardens. We're in building process right now, so we need extra people for building. So I think there are definite lawful ways that we can house more people than that.
Looking at the notes that I've put down, is there anything you would like to add?
I don't think so. I think you've pretty much got the thing. We are in the process. I have the paperwork and everything in order to do a conditional use permit, and it's only going to cost, with the surveyor and all that kind of thing, it's only going to cost a couple $1,000 to apply for the conditional use permit, and then we'll be able to house or have, basically a campground. And it'll never be a campground, but there will be availability for people to come and go as they wish. And I'm going to
Right.
check into the PMA before I do anything with that. The zoning commissioner and the chairman of the board have been to the property a couple of years ago. They love my vision, and they said they would support me in any way they could. So I'm confident that we have it takes to do what we need to do to bring this to fruition. And then this is the first one. Once we get the process down and the bowl that we can carry to the next project, and then just boom. So it's been a challenge. It was 3 years of cleaning the property and making it safe and things like that. So it's been a challenge for sure.
When you think about what the property will eventually look like, can you describe that to me?
Sure. The northeast corner, or the northwest corner, is one of the most spiritual places I've ever been in my life. There's a spiral now. We did a spiral. I had a medicine wheel over there, and we'll do another medicine wheel over there as well. Below it is a organic garden that's already got a natural fence line that a lady came and she dug water. Yeah, so it's a natural fence line. I went to Oroville, India last year, not 2 years ago in October, and they're regreening the desert, and our property, our soil is exactly like their soil was before they did what they did. And so I have personal connections with people who are regreening the desert. And so we're going to have food forests. Also, I have an RV barn, which is 40 by 60, I believe, and it's 2 bay, and it's big enough to put a roof raise on a bus. And it's plumbed for a shower and bathroom and sinks. So we're good to go there. So we'll be doing DIY builds on people's homes that are on wheels. Then there'll be the event center on the lower 40. I envision a huge geodome, possibly that the roof opens even. But in any case, you'll have a dance floor in the center, a circle stage with the flower of life on it, with it lit, at any point. That area also will be not only for events, but it's for teaching and for spiritual gatherings and the little community rooms and things. And then there'll be spaces around it for parking so that we can hold events, large events. There's a drum circle. There's campfires, rings, and things like that. There'll be camping. There'll be glamping, like with yurts. And there's one guy has a hot yurt that he wants to put out. The core members, that 120, when they're not here, they have the availability to do like Airbnb with their place or whatever. So they will be able to earn money too. The other thing that's important is maker spaces. There's a place where artists can come and produce and do what they want to do for a month or a couple of weeks, whatever it is. And then if they can't carry it in their vehicles, in their travels, they can house it here. And then when they sell a piece, we can ship it, and then they can, on the backside, we ask like a percentage, 3 to 8% on the backside after you've sold it, not before you've sold it. And that's if you've used our resources for your items. So this is all about helping each other physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and socially.
Absolutely love it, Janet. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting your contact information.
Could you
for
go
the
ahead and
people.
use the phone number for the Luna Gaia?
The one that you sent me.
That's my personal phone number.
Oops, sorry.
I mean, it's fine. It's what I'm using right now. But now that I've actually got two Luna Gaia phone numbers. So
Let's
if I
do
have
that.
it, oh, let's just do the one that's on the website. I can remember it. It's 928. And now
Got
I
it.
said that right. 507 3900.
And I wanted to get your email. I mean, yeah.
And
The
the email is Luna Gaia Village at Gmail.
Okay.
That'd
And
be
the
beautiful.
website.
The website is lunagaia.club.
All right. Make sure that that's all correct, please.
It looks great.
Wonderful. That's a lot of information, and I look forward to hearing your people's responses to this. I plan on publishing it through Great Works Alliance, which is our main site. I don't know if you've visited Great Works Alliance, but
I don't know. I thought you were just gonna, come help me build. I didn't have any idea you are who you are. I know that I absolutely adored your flyer. So
oh,
creative and so beautiful and so wonderful. I was like, they could do my marketing for me, even. I mean, it's just amazing.
well, thank you so much. And that's what I work on a lot, is putting together concise stuff. We started out doing long form. So if you visit our site at greatworksalliance.com, that's our main vision. And it has gone through a lot of transformations over the years, but it's all about cultivating the bioregion everywhere and including the human element. Not just saying, oh, you're here to work, but there's an actual building of community resonance. When we have community resonance, everybody feels more appreciated and the community thrives when you're building something like what you're talking about here. And, it's really important because a lot of intentional communities end up burning really fast, crash and burn, because somebody decided they had more authority than somebody else and there was a lack of communication. And, it's like, how are we going to move forward if that model continues to persist, right?
Exactly.
Well, we built something better, right?
We have to have the new system. This new system that we're building has got to be sustainable because the old system's burning down, and as it should. The phoenix is rising.
That's right.
Can't wait to get you in touch with other people. My daughter's in Oroville, California.
Oh, really?
And she would love you guys. Yeah, that's not very far. And I will
No,
definitely come visit when I go up there to visit her. But yeah, wow, I can't wait to connect and see everything that you do. I only knew about this much.
Yeah, this is just a start. This is a longer introduction than I usually do, but I wanted to make sure to give you a full feel here of what we do, because it is our collaborations and connections with others across the world that want to build these thriving communities in whatever bioregion they're in. And I have a personal investment in helping to regreen desert-like areas as well. I studied at a Berkeley satellite program. It was up in Mendocino, and
Wow.
it was with Mendocino Gardens, and the teacher brought in this one guest who did several workshops with us. Then she was one of the ones who had been working with a Saudi prince for over 10 years to regreen that area. And so I learned a lot about how to go about it naturally, bringing in those elements, animals, you know, what kind of composting do you need and how much, and like what you're looking at as far as cultivating from start to end, because you need to make sure that you have trees to contain moisture, what trees are going to do that best, and then looking at crops that are going to replenish the soil, such as hemp, wild radish, wild alfalfa, you know, these ground cover crops to help when you have, and when to rotate your garden so that you can be sure that you keep the nitrogen rich in the soil. And like, yeah, there's a lot to that.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And you know, for me, I don't need to know it all, because if I do Janet's way, then it's just Janet's land. And this is not Janet's land. It's even when I took over the stewardship of it, I've never owned it necessarily. It's for community. And so looking forward, and there are several people coming already that they know where their little niche is, and they're looking forward to doing it. So I'm so excited. People have been watching me for over 2.5 years, waiting for me to do this. And I mean, I just pulled the plug January 15th. I announced it. I am doing it, and I've got the structure in place. And so now it's the beginning of a beautiful new property for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And we are stewards of this planet. It's been told to us repeatedly, and the more that we recognize it, the more that we work symbiotically with nature, the less we have to worry about lack of, because it's right here. We just have to cultivate it, right? So here we are. Let's cultivate together, Janet. I look forward to meeting your daughter. And I do this tea garden event every Wednesday and Saturday from 2:30 to 4 p.m. We're kind of beyond that at this point. It's now 4:36. So it was a great conversation. Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. And I will send you a direct message through Facebook to make sure that you have the first copy of the video once I publish it. Okay.
Thank you. And please, could you send me calendar links for your tea garden?
Sure. I can do that here, or I can put it in the message. Would you like it in the messenger?
Yeah, in the messenger, it'd be fine. That way I can just add it to my calendars. I'm technologically challenged. I'm just now.
You're doing great. You're doing great, Janet.
I am.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening, and come back on Saturday, please.
Okay.
Love to hear more about this.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.